You don't need to get the face. If you get the narrative right, and if you are persistent with your effort, faces will emerge. Even if face doesn't come, still you can get your thing done. This secular decline of Congress, within this journey, you see these four phases which you have just mentioned, which is the mass organized protest against Congress, whether it was emergency, whether it was Bofors, whether it was Ram Mandir, and then AAP at that time India Against Corruption. You'd realize the data tells you that in this, every 2 years, 2 years of this protest, mass protest, Congress would have lost close to 10 percentage point vote share. So yes, their decline has been there, a gradual decline, but it got accentuated in these four phases. One emergency, second this Bofors, third Ram Mandir bundle, and fourth India Against Corruption. That has brought down the vote share from 44-45% to now 18-19%. So the reason why that slide was there is we were trying to show that in those years, when you were facing a organized mass protest led either by the citizens group or some opposition parties, probably you did not counter it well, you did not do enough to counter that, but more importantly, your base slided down. Yeah. You never recovered and went back to what your original vote share was.
No, but so what I'm hearing from you there is that the emergency...
But it also tells you that when you are in opposition, you can do the same thing to others. You have to
create a cause.
You have to create the narrative event. And you have to stay put for 1 year, 2 year. Persistence pays. In democracy, persistence pays. This is what I understand. Whether on the positive side or negative side, if you are not persistent, look at the example of Shaheen Bagh. Look at the farms protest. A lot of people talk that where is the face? Where is the organization? Where is the media support? Now on these two issues, did we know who was the face of Shaheen Bagh or the farm protest? What happened is some people came together, they sat for a cause, and they sat till people took notice. And that persistence made government take notice, and in both cases, to take a back step.
You're saying
and this is a lesson for anyone who says that unless you have a charismatic face, where is the face? Where is the face? You don't need to get the face. If you get the narrative right, and if you are persistent with your effort, faces will emerge. Even if face doesn't come, still you can get your thing done.
But you're saying it's a failure of anybody in opposition to capitalize on these two big movements?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying failure on the part of opposition to create be persistent with a cause and just stick with that for a year or two. Like take for example the recent one, COVID. A lot of your readers would say, why despite what we saw during COVID, there is no electoral setback. But where is the protest? Where was anything which you have seen from opposition that lasted 1 year, 2 years, really trying to take the voice of people who suffered during COVID and hold government accountable? You doing a tweet here or doing a press conference there is not what the mass protest is all about.
You're saying the face is not as important as a narrative. That's the point you're making
I'm
for the opposition.
saying that if you have the narrative and you persist with it, more likely than not faces will emerge from it.